Welcome back to today's economic news. I'm John, and today we delve into a story that brings a complex web of immigration policy, public safety, and government accountability into sharp focus. Imagine this, a fiery debate over sanctuary policies and their unintended consequences, brought to the forefront by a heartbreaking incident that should never have happened. This isn't just another headline, it's a call to examine the fabric of our laws and how they play out in real life, affecting real people. Why should you care about an illegal immigrant released on a $100,000 bond after a fatal truck crash in Washington state? Well, this isn't just about a single accident. It's about a system where the lines between protection and neglect have blurred to a dangerous point. It's about how sanctuary policies meant to protect can sometimes do the very opposite, further entangling individuals and communities in a safety net rife with holes. Before we've even scratched the surface of today's news, let me set the stage for why this needs your attention. Washington state has expansive sanctuary laws that limit cooperation with federal immigration authorities. These policies were designed with a vision of protecting families, but have equally become a lightning rod for criticism, especially when they lead to tragic consequences like this. Before we look at today's disaster, remember back in 2020 when lenient immigration policies under various administrations began transforming the landscape in which illegal immigrants operate. The goal was clear: to protect vulnerable communities. However, this shift has also meant more scrutiny and intense debates over sanctuary state laws. Washington state has become a case study in this tension. Its sanctuary laws reflect a broader trend aimed at limiting local law enforcement's involvement with federal immigration authorities. On paper, this sounds fair and just, but in practice, it has led to friction between federal aims and local policies, often with severe real-world repercussions. It's a dichotomy playing out with grave results, where questions of safety, accountability, and the very social contract between citizens and government hang in the balance. Let's dive into the hard facts of the incident at hand. Kamalpreet Singh, the truck driver in question, was arrested on December 23, 2023. His release came after being accused of vehicular homicide, a charge not to be taken lightly. Here's the kicker: despite his illegal status and a U.S. Immigration and Customs Enforcement (ICE) detainer reportedly lodged against him, Singh was released on a $100,000 bond. To put that in perspective, that's like letting someone back onto the streets with little more than a handshake, while families grieve the loss of loved ones who never should have been endangered. The crash occurred on State Route 167 in Washington state and involved a 2010 Mazda 3 sedan driven by Robert B. Pearson, who sadly lost his life. His death underscores a pivotal point: how policies designed to protect can open up avenues for peril when inadequately implemented. The truck Singh was driving, a Freightliner, collided with Pearson's vehicle. It's important to understand that such accidents aren't isolated incidents, but indicators of systemic flaws. Is the society that prioritizes the rights of individuals here unlawfully over safeguarding its citizens truly serving its purpose? Consider two perspectives here. Proponents of sanctuary policies believe they create a safer environment by encouraging immigrants, regardless of their status, to report crimes without fear of deportation. Yet critics argue that these very policies create a culture of lawlessness, inadvertently contributing to dangerous, even fatal incidents. The reality sits at a complex intersection of law enforcement, social safety, and immigration. It's a paradox challenging the very essence of how sanctuary policies should balance public safety with humanitarian considerations. Let's address the libertarian angle, prompting deeper reflections on government roles and individual freedoms. First, the economic impact, allowing undocumented individuals to operate commercial vehicles without adequate documentation spikes insurance premiums, driving inflation in the auto insurance market. It's another hidden tax, a cost shuffled off onto the shoulders of lawful citizens. Second, there's the glaring incompetence highlighted here. This situation lays bare the failings in our immigration enforcement system, where poor coordination between state and federal authorities can escalate to potentially dangerous situations. How can trust in governmental capacities be sustained under such circumstances? Lastly, consider the loss of liberty. When decisions are made to grant bonds to individuals unlawfully present in our country, it decays the guarantees of safety and security for law-abiding citizens. Local policies crafted to shield undocumented workers occasionally cast long shadows over the rights of the citizens they're meant to safeguard. These scenarios could expand governmental reach into our lives in ways that are neither welcomed nor warranted. In summary, today's story isn't just about an isolated incident. It's about a system desperately overdue for reflection and reform. It's a piercing reminder of how policy and reality often sit at odds, creating circumstances where the protection of some might unjustly endanger others. If you're weary of footing the bill for these systemic oversights and demand better, then hit subscribe to keep the conversation alive and informed. I'm John, signing off until next time, where we'll continue to dissect and debate the economic currents shaping our world. Thank you for tuning in.